my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Woo! Got some music playing and I'm ready to show you guys some fun projects. Gonna have a good time. Woo! Hey, thanks for joining me today. I'm happy to be here and glad you're here too. I'm Candy Michael from Powell, Ohio, just north of Columbus and not too far, a couple hours from Cleveland, a couple hours from Cincinnati, right about in the middle of the state. Thanks for joining me and happy birthday to me. Woohoo! Oh my goodness. I am going to show you how to make a couple of mini explosion boxes using our Pampered Pets stamp set and the Palette Thoughts stamp set. There are a couple boxes that I made, but I'm going to walk you through making one of them for a kitty cat or with a kitty cat in mind. So thanks again for stopping and let's get started. All right, so I don't even want to show you the finished project. I'm going to walk you through the first one and then I'll show you them all done because I'm really excited about these and want to get that woohoo effect. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 7.5-inch piece of cardstock, and you can use any color that you want for your base. I am using white. I was thinking this might be the easiest way to show you how I'm going to do all my scoring, and then I'll bring in the piece that I'm going to use for our actual box. My website is candystampers.com. I do have a host code if you'd like to order any Stampin' Up! Products from me, and this host code is good through the end of the month. We also have our holiday catalogs. Just want to give a shout out to that, and if you need one, let me know. I'm happy to get you one. Send me a PM and I'll pop one in the mail for you, or you can stop by and pick it up. I'm right in Powell, and if you're nearby, like I said, you can stop by and pick one up. So the first thing that I want to do is I am going to score all of this piece so that it'll fold up and we can make it into a box. So let me show you. Our score tool is awesome. Now, I pulled my camera up higher because I know that this is an awfully big piece of equipment here, this tool, but I want to show you. So I have it marked at, should be 2.5, but I moved it. 2.5 and 5 is what I'm going to use for my first score lines. So my 7.5-inch piece, let me move this little guy. My 7.5-inch piece is going to simply be scored on all 4 sides. So I'm going to score it at 2.5 and at 5, spin it, and do it again. 2.5 and 5. So now you have these even squares all the way around. Eventually these will all get folded up. Now I have seen some of these boxes that are made that they actually cut the corner off. And I am not going to cut that corner off. I'm going to leave it on there because I can use that to add more paper and or to even add some pictures. So the way I do it, like I said, is I like to keep it on there. So after I score my pieces and I get my square, now what I need to do is score this so that I can fold it in. So the only way that I have figured to do this, or the easiest way I should say, is I actually use our scoreboard and I just use the 6-inch mark, but on the 6-inch mark, I went all the way down the board. I'm going to turn this so you can see it. And then I got and marked a little notch here with my Sharpie marker so it won't come off. So basically what I did was, anywhere on your board you can do it, but I just went straight down the 6 and just marked it with a Sharpie. The reason I did that is because I'm going to take the point of this piece, the corner, and I'm going to line it up with that 6-inch piece at the bottom, or I'm sorry, the 6-inch marker at the bottom. So if you can see that, I've just lined it up here at the 6" and then going straight down here at the bottom. The reason I did that is because now I can take this and I can simply go from here right into that corner, and then I can go from this corner right to the edge. Spin it, line it back up with that mark at the bottom, and then now I have my 4 corners also scored. So hopefully you can see these score lines. I know it's a little bit dark. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Hey, Sandy. And hopefully you can see that. You'll be able to see it a little bit better on my, my piece that I'm going to bring in. So let me show you that. And I'll bring that scoreboard back in a minute. So again, here's our base. It's 7.5 inches square. And it's scored at 2.5 and 5, spin it 2.5 and 5, and then do those corner pieces as I just showed you, okay? Now what'll happen is this piece will fold up and these little corners will come in. That's why I keep the corners, is because you can still put photos, you can put paper on there, but that's the basics of how it will fold up. So it looks like a mess right now, but I'll show you as I go along. I'll make it look better, I promise. So I need to also create a lid or the top. And so let me go ahead and show you that. So my lid or the top of the box is a 4 3/8 square. And then I'm gonna score it at 7/8 on each side. So again, I would just bring back my score tool, and I love our score tool. It is awesome. Score it down 7/8, spin it, 7/8, spin it. You're gonna do that all the way around. And when you do that, you're going to see that you're gonna end up with 4 tiny little corners there. And then from that, what I'm going to do is take and cut on those score lines. Sometimes it's a little hard to see, but I'm going to cut on the score line just up to the next score line. And so I want to do that on the same side. So I'm going to do this side, and then I'm going to come across, so spin it around and do the opposite side. All right. So now I have this. These pieces will fold in. And then they are going to make my lid. As you see, it will all come together. I'll put some tape, very, very strong tape on here, and I'll make it all work. So let me show you how I did that. We'll get this made and put aside. So I'm using our terrible tape. As you guys know, I like to call it our terrible tape. Hi, Deb, good to see you. Let me turn this music down. I love our terrible tape. It is so nice to not have to pick up your scissors each time you're going to cut, but to literally just take it and tear it. Therefore, I call it the terrible tape. A little humor, of course, a little humor. And I'm going to tape my 4 corners. You don't want too much. I shouldn't say you don't need too much is really the better sentence that I was trying to make. Now, of course, my tool, here it is. I have my Stampin' Up! Take Your Pick tool, and I can use it to pull off this tape that's always so hard to get off. Just that little cover piece. Put that over here. So I hope everybody's having an awesome day. Of course, when it's your birthday, it's always an awesome day. So I have been having just a nice, kind of relaxing day, actually. Went and ran some errands. Actually got a couple goodies for this project that I'm making. So can't wait to show you. All right, so for your box, you're going to take and make sure you have those good folds. But these pieces with your tape are going to are going to fold into the inside. Just like that. Line it up. Take this one and line it up. I love these boxes. I haven't made any for a long time, so I'm really excited to show you again. Okay, look at that. There's our nice little lid, and it's going to fit perfectly over our box, which I'll show you that. This is the one we just scored. And this lid will fit perfectly over the top. Isn't that cool? They're actually super fast to make and a ton of fun. And you can make them in different sizes. Today I'm just showing you the measurements for this particular size, starting with the 7.5 inch base. So I want to jazz this thing up a little bit. I want to make it into a fun little gift box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple of pieces of cardstock in here, and then I'm also going to use some of our designer series paper. We have the Pampered Pets, the Playful Pets designer paper, and I did cut a couple pieces that I'll be using on the corner of these, into the corner here of each one of these. So let me show you. I'm going to first show you how I'm going to lay down my pieces here. So I've cut 2 out of our Whisper White cardstock. I've cut 2 of these. They are 2 1/4 by 6 3/4. And they are going to lay like this, crisscross. And the reason I do that is you don't have to add anything like that in here. You can just decorate your box the way it is. But I am a huge photo buff and I love taking pictures and I can never get enough pictures. So I like to use my pictures, and for this, I love showing how to showcase them. So I'm going to glue these on, and then they will fit inside, and then you can put pictures here and on either side. You can even make them smaller and smaller and add more photographs. But for now, I am just going to put on the 2 crisscrossed, so it's really 1 layer. So again, here's your measurements. I'll do that as I sit here and fold this piece up and get my little score line so I can see. Oops, I forgot to score this one. Scored 2 1/4 and 4 1/4. I'm sorry, 4 1/2. Thought I had them all done, but I scored this one and then wrote on it. Okay, so here we go. All you need to do is put some glue down on the very center. And I like using the monoliquid glue, and I know I tell you guys this all the time, but hopefully there's some new watchers. And you want to be careful and just come to the edge and not go right to the edge, but come inside a little bit because we don't want the glue to squish out. So simply center it. You've got your score lines there to help you. And then the nice thing is you've got these straight lines to also help you put it on there. The next one is going to crisscross like this and glue that down. And then this is going to crisscross here. Now, I've done these with the larger 12 by 12 base, and the thing I love about that is I can use much larger photos because my squares here would be bigger. But I don't mind using the smaller ones. In one of the boxes, you will see I do have some photos in it. But this one, I just want to do the quick, show you how to do it. So I like adding a little bit of color up here because that's cute, but I would like to add some color up here. So what I've done is I've taken some of our designer paper, and I'm going to do this box with a cat, with a couple of cats. So I thought this would be appropriate. So I need to cut this out, and I have done it before where I've actually glued it on, but scored it first and then glued it on, and then it'll fold easily. But I'm going to show you another fun way to do it where I'm just going to take and cut diagonally. Normally I do this on the cutter, but hey, I've got this. I'm going to make it work. So I have this piece, and when you cut them, you have to kind of see where they're going to line up and make the most sense because the way the designs are. So that one, if you noticed, I cut it at the angle going this direction. So now this one, pay attention, because this one you have to cut going in the other direction. Otherwise your patterns, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but if you want your patterns to be straight and have your box go in a specific direction, you want to pay attention to which angle you cut, this way, or if you cut with this corner. That was just something that I learned. So while I did that, I'm also going to add some solid color on the other corners or pieces that are going to lie next to my designer paper like that. So I'm just going to match these up. And the solid with no print, it doesn't really matter which way you cut it. But I do like to stay consistent so that I can get it all to line up. So this is how the inside of my box is going to look. You could do this first if you don't want these pieces in your way. But, you know, I like to challenge myself. Why make it easy? So I did cut these squares before I cut them at an angle. I did cut them at a 1/4 inch smaller. So these blocks, each one of these blocks on the outside of the box are 2.5 inches. So these pieces are cut at 2 1/4 because I need them to fit inside. I didn't want them to be the same size or you're going to struggle getting them to fit on there. So now that I have everything just falling wherever it wants, I'll fix it. I'll make it look better. But you guys are just gonna love this box. Maybe you've made them before. If you have, share, tell me. Tell me like if you've made it for a specific gift or for, I've made graduation ones too. Those are really fun. Super fun because you can make a graduation hat, like a cap on the top, part of your lid. The nice thing about using this glue too is everything will still slide a little bit, so I can make it move a little bit if it's not straight. Let me move these over here. So I could still slide it around and get it into position is what I'm trying to say. It's gonna be stinking cute. Oops, that one I have down too low. Might be a little sticky, but it's no worries. There's always an eraser for everything. So get your glue on here, get your triangles. Again, you can just cut the square and score it and not do this, but I just think this gives the box so much character when you do it this way. And then this one goes here and this one goes there. That's right. Let's see. What else was I going to tell you about? Please like and share and comment. I am going to be giving away some birthday goodies, some Stampin' Up product because it's my birthday and I want to share with everyone. So I'll be randomly picking some names and numbers, I should say, and depending on where you comment, you'll have a chance to win some goodies. And then I'll contact you and you can send me your address and or if you're nearby and coming by that way soon, you can pick it up. Either way, I'm happy to do it either way. Okay, so here is my last of my designer paper that I wanted to put on there. Look how cute. Now the box has some color, it has some flair to it. I just think it's adorable. So these will fold in. Like I said, I a lot of times will put photographs on here and one of the boxes I will show you that. So on this one, I wanted to stamp with the Pampered Pets stamp set. I wanted to put on here, I hope your day is a real treat because it's just a cute stamp set. A cute little saying for our little furry pets. I actually don't have a cat, but I thought, what the heck? I've got a dog one, and now I have to have a cat one, and I wanted to share with you and show you how I did this. So I'm using our Memento black ink. Going to just put that right in the center. Oh, I love how that stamps. Very nice, very nice. So now I'm going to show you that this will fold up and fold in. So you can kind of take your pieces. The box will, once you get the corners all scored and folded, it will tend to do its own little thing and go inward like that. So I'm not quite done yet. I am still going to do some more decorating, but I want to show you how you can put this together. See? Love it. Oops. There we go. Okay, so next I want to show you this. By the way, this paper is our Flirty Flamingo and our Whisper White. So in our Playful Pets designer paper, Stampin' Up! Has quite a few different colors in there. We have the basic black, the cinnamon cider, early espresso, Flirty Flamingo, real red, soft suede, and Whisper White. So when you're creating these boxes, you can come up with all sorts of different color combinations. But this is the one that I came up with. So I'm going to decorate the lid and just put a little bit of designer paper up here. Thought that would be kind of a cute little pop of color. On my other boxes, they're both done a little bit differently. The designer paper, oh my goodness, if you haven't seen this paper, it is so cute. You could do a whole scrapbook for your pets. You could do these little boxes for your friends and their furry little pets when they get new puppies or they have old puppies. You could put doggy treats in here. Well, this is a cat one, so, but on the other ones, you could put little dog treats, all sorts of fun stuff. So this designer paper, this particular sheet that, well, this is one of the sheets, but this is another sheet that I'm working with. And this paper just cracks me up because each one of these cats just have like a whole different attitude. She looks cute and happy. This one looks like it's really scared. And the other ones, he looks like he's up to something. But anyway, I just love this designer paper. And on the other side of that one, there's some hearts and some little fish. So it has quite a few cute designs on there. So on the front of this, I am going to put a little sassy cat. So I call it a sassy cat because I just think she is adorable. And I call her a she. It could be a he, but I'll just call it a she. So this cat, I'm going to use my Real Red. I'm going to use a little more of that designer paper. And I like to make the front of the box. You don't have to, but sometimes when I put my pictures in, I want the box to open in a specific direction. So I will find where the front of the box is before I start gluing everything down or afterwards and make sure that I know where the front is. Obviously with your design, but people take the lid off and sometimes you spin it a different direction. So it's just nice to mark. See, I would have put it on there in the wrong place. So this one is going to go right here because this is now my front of the box when it opens up. Or when it's closed and then when you open it, so you know this is the front. So I'm just going to use our glue, our liquid glue, and put it down. So the lid will cover quite a bit of this design, but that's okay. I still want to put it on here. Now I had punched this cat out. That's the nice thing about this designer paper is you can, this one will fit a framelit, the one that's laying here. Looks like it's scared. I just can't help laughing at that one. But I did fussy cut some of these other ones, well, this one that I'm going to be using. And this one, I just used a punch and punched it out. That's on another sheet. It's not on this one, but it's on another one. I'm going to lay it flat, and I did cut the bottom of my circle flat, as you can see, only because it was sitting up too high, and I wanted when the lid was on, because you have to remember when you put the lid down, it will cover quite a bit of this. So I had looked at it earlier to make sure that I wasn't covering his face. We'll call him a him now. So I'll switch back and forth. It's either girl or boy. I don't know. I don't know how to tell. Okay, so here is the front of my box. This is going to go inside. It's a cute little mouse. Isn't that adorable? Got it at the dollar store, one of the dollar stores. But it has a little rattle in it. And look at that. It fits in there so perfectly. So I thought, well, that was just meant to go in this cute little box. So I'm going to put that on. Now here is the front. I'm not done yet though. I have a little bit more that I want to add to this. So I hand cut, or fussy cut as some of you like to call it, one of the little cats. And I just thought it was adorable. So I'm going to, I obviously cut it out earlier, but I'm going to just glue him down. See if I can get some glue on his little whiskers there. And what do you guys think? Isn't this cute so far? Give me some comments. Share. Share and share alike. Let your friends know. So this cat, look at how cute. Looks like he's gonna swat at the other cat, but no, I think if some of you watched my lives before, I did a whole thing on making some cards or making a card and then making some samplers like a wall hanging. And I had this ball of thread and I just couldn't find the right place for it. And it didn't work on those projects, but it is going to work on this project. So look at how stinking cute. I'm going to use, well, I'll back up here. What I did was I used a glue dot and started with my twine. This is the twine that goes with the suite, and just stuck it in there and started rolling and put more glue dots and kept rolling and rolling to come up with my own ball of twine. So now I'm going to have my glue dots and I'm going to pick it up. Come on, glue dot. I'll use a couple of them. And I'm going to set it right about here and have the cat look like he's swatting at it. Cut off those little frays. And look at that cute cat is going after the ball of twine. Isn't that adorable? You know, I have to say, it does not take much to humor me. So this is the cute little box. So I'll show you again. Now that it's done, we have a box for the cat with its little ball of twine on top, so the cat can probably even make it so it goes under the cat. If I didn't tape that down or glue it down underneath the cat there, if you want. You can play with it. It's too much fun. And then when we open it up, kaboom! Look at that cute little box. Hope your day is a real treat with a little mouse. So I hope you like it. Oh my goodness. These are so much fun. I did one once, a larger 12 by 12 for a wedding. And it was a wedding that was, what do they call those? When they are in a specific place. Destination wedding. I knew it would pop into my head. It was a destination wedding, and I did it with her colors for her wedding, and I actually glued seashells on the top, and they had sent me the pictures from the wedding, and I was able to put the whole thing together, and it was so cool. Gave it away as a gift. I mean, the woman that wanted it gave it to her girlfriend as a gift that had gotten married, and I've wanted to make another one just so I can show you. But anyways, okay, so here's the cats. You like it? Thumbs up? Yay! Okay, so how about, I'm gonna come back and show you the dog one. I already have it made, but I have another one that I did using, excuse me, I needed a drink here, using our palette thoughts. So this is a really cool stamp set. I keep looking at it, probably because, as I've told you guys in the past, I have 2 boys and my husband, and it's always hard to find things that are for the guys. So anytime I see a stamp set, I tend to go that way because I think, well, that'll be a nice something nice that I can make for them. It doesn't have all the flowers and whatnot. So I have just gotten this and just started playing with it, and I thought, well, I'm going to make an explosion box, and this is what got me started actually, and then along with the pets. So I just showed you how to make one, and I'm just going to show you this one that I made. So are you ready? Let's see how that looks. Yeah, you can see it in there. So I used the palette thoughts, and the cool thing about this stamp is you can use it with our Stamparatus. And the way that, I'm going to lay it down here so you can kind of take a look at that. The way that Stampin' Up! Had, let's see if I can, no, that won't work. Stampin' Up! Had designed this, and I'm going to show you cards next week. I had really thought about doing it this week, but I got so excited about these boxes. This is what I wanted to focus on. But with the Stamparatus, you can actually lay out your stamp. And what I did when I was trying to stamp like some of the squares or something to be very specific, I just stamped the image onto the paper on the Stamparatus and stamped it down. Now, one thing that I thought was super interesting, because I had not noticed, but this stamp set is, oh, I have it marked. Why am I pulling all the pages? I even have a little Post-it, but it's on page 137 of our annual catalog. And when I was looking at this stamp set, I noticed down here it has what is called the hinge step. And I said, well, what's the hinge step? And then I realized that has to do with our Stamparatus. So Stampin' Up! Has designed this stamp to fit perfectly, and I will show you this next week, because I started making a card, but like I said, ended up jumping into the boxes and decided I'll do boxes this week and I'll show you the card next week. But the hinge step is really cool, and it has to do with the Stamparatus. So stay tuned for next week. I'll be back on the 29th. I'm not leaving yet. I still have more to show you. But there are 6 stamp sets in here that use the hinge step. And again, when you're looking, it'll tell you, like this is another one, it'll tell you here the hinge step. So stay tuned, and I'll show you more about that next week, because it really intrigued me and I had some fun playing with it. So anyways, I went ahead and used the Stamparatus to stamp my palette. And after I stamped some pieces, I cut another couple pieces off, and just popped it up and made it look like my little palette board. So it's a little wall hanging. It's also the lid to my box, but it's happy birthday, HBD, happy birthday. So this is another explosion box. I did put some stamping on the front, and when we open this one, oh my, happy birthday candy. I mean me candy. Yes, this is candy, but I'm candy, so happy birthday to me. Anyways, what I did was I stamped I did the same thing where I stamped 2 of these squares and cut them up at the angle, and then glued them across from each other, and then stamped another square, cut it the other direction, and put it on, which we talked about earlier. And then I just added a little more of the solid color on here. It's a good day. Happy birthday. I was having so much fun finding different ideas, or dreaming of different ideas of what would fit. And these Ghirardelli squares, oh my gosh, they fit perfectly. Let's see, I had one on the table. I hope that wasn't the one I ate. I really didn't eat one. But let me grab one and show you what I did, because I happen to have a whole bag of them. Oh darn. Oh darn it. And I'm really actually trying to be good, so I shouldn't say it. Oh, it's sitting right here. It's right here. So all I did for these to make them fit in here, they would still fit if you don't tape that back. And you could put 1 or 2, or you could fill the whole box up. But I wanted it not to just like look floppy with that. So I just literally put tape on the back of each one, and then I didn't want them sliding around. So I love our dimensionals. I used them. I had good use for them. So I was able to just drop it in there and put the box together. And again, I just thought this whole stamp set is so perfect for any guy in your household that, and any girl that loves any of this look of the palette look, you know. It's so cute. We have little a little stamp right here that looks like the little screws. And so I built a palette, made it on the top, and that's my happy birthday palette. So I wanted to show you. You like it? Give me a thumbs up if you do. Okay, so lastly, what I have, this is going to go pretty fast here, but well, I guess it's been about a half an hour. So lastly, what I have is my favorite box of all that I made. So I went back to our Playful Pets designer paper because I first of all made the palette box, and then I got excited about wanting to do something with the dogs and the cats. So then next I made the dog one, but it's my favorite, so I had to save it for the last. And then of course I wanted to show you the kitty cat one as to how I put it all together. So this designer paper is adorable. Stampin' Up, there are several sheets in here. We have the cat one that I showed you before, and then we have, oops, this cat, and then we have the dog. And what they did with that is they had made our framelits or our dies to match that. So this one will cut out this dog, and I just love him. He is so happy. He reminds me of that Disney movie. And then we have this one that will fit right over the top of the scaredy cat, because I think it looks like it's afraid, but it's still cute, and you can use that because you can cut them out with all of the dies. So, well, not all the dies. You can use that to cut it out. So I thought that was cute. The other ones, again, I just fussy cut them. Just use my good old scissors. Okay, so if you're ready, I'm going to show you my favorite box of all. And I guess I should come up with a dog name. Why don't you guys tell me some dogs? I probably did eat it, Terry. But I didn't. I found it here. When I show you guys this box, you're going to have to help me name the dog. So therefore, we'll have a name for this box, okay? Are you ready? This one's going to be stinking cute. So here's the box. Cute. Look at his little leash. I made a leash, and I put a little piece of wire behind it to hold it up. These are our little trinkets that Stampin' Up has. So I used the designer paper and die cut them out, and then I die cut another one that was just plain cardstock, out of plain cardstock, and bridged him together using a piece of paper in the middle of cardstock, and then just set him on the top. Do you love it? Yay! Let me show you what's inside, because this is gonna just make you so happy too. Scruffy, I like Scruffy. That's cute, Terry. Okay, here we go. Ready? Here's the effect. Look at, it's a little doggy ball. A little squeezy one. Well, at least when the dogs chew on it, I can hear them in the other room normally when they were here. But look at how stinking cute this is. So this was what I was talking about. You can add some photographs on here and make your box come alive with photos. I didn't have pictures of a cat or any of the cats, or I would have done the same, but this is to give you the idea. The other thing that I've learned over making these over the years is I normally make the pictures a square so that they fit right inside. And these I backed with a little bit of black cardstock. But I had this darling picture of Roscoe, who is just the cutest dog ever. And he was just a little bit taller. The picture was just a little bit bigger than the square that I had. But it doesn't matter. If you make it and it's shorter than the outside of your box, and or the same size, your box will still close and it won't matter. It won't get smashed. So in the past, I've even added like a little paper clip with a little flower or something on other boxes that I've made. But it won't matter if it's a little bit bigger as long as it's smaller or shorter than the box. So I also did that with Bogey here, our beloved Bogey. And she had, the picture I had of her was just a little bit larger. So I made her a little bit bigger than the square. And it doesn't matter, she can hang over. Now you can put photos on both sides if you want. The cute thing about this is you could actually lay this out like on your coffee table and have it sitting aside. Or if you're doing a doggy party. Hey, everybody's so into their pets now. Might want to do a doggy party. But these little cute little squeaker tennis balls, I found them over at Target, and they are the perfect size to fit inside this box. I was so excited because these guys, as you see, love playing fetch. That's what they will do it all day long. So I had to find a tiny little ball, and that was exactly what I wanted to pull this together. So for this one, it just folds up. Sarah, if you're watching, Roscoe's getting a brand new bag of little fetching balls. Anyways, here's Scruffy, as Terry named him, and our designer paper with the little paws. And I hope you guys love this as much as I do. I'm excited. So today, again, if you like, share and comment. I am doing some birthday giveaways because it's my birthday. And I will be picking some names or numbers and find out who made some comments so I can give away some fun stuff. The Stampin' Up! Holiday catalog is available now, and I'm happy to give one to you if you need one. Just let me know. Bonus days, right now through the end of this month, you can get a $5 coupon for every $50 that you spend before tax and shipping. And Stampin' Up! Will send you an email with your coupon, and then you can use it next month starting on August the 4th. Super awesome because we all like to save some money. And again, candystampers.com. There's my host code for the month of July. Let's see, what else? Oh, I'd love to invite you to join my team. I do Zoom monthly gatherings. We used to do them in my studio, but of course, due to COVID and everything, we are now meeting virtually. I am super excited. I do an annual barbecue in August, and I'm sad we can't physically get together, but I'm doing a virtual barbecue. And I have over 20 of my team members that are going to be joining me, and I'm actually putting together boxes this week, and I'm mailing them the make and takes, and or they're coming to pick it up, and we are going to have some fun time stamping. So if you'd like to join my team, please send me an email or reach out to me. I would love to have you. It's so much fun, and I truly enjoy what I do with Stampin' Up! Soon I'll be celebrating 24 years, and I just cannot believe it's been that long. So thanks for tuning in. I will be live next week, July 29th. I'm going to be showing you how to use this palette thoughts and the hinge technique, and show you how to use the Stamparatus with this and how you can create some fun projects. So again, thanks again for tuning in. I hope you sit down and make some of these boxes because they are super cool, and you can just create all sorts of stuff. And if you do, send me an email, share it with me, post it so that I can take a peek too and see. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next week for the 411 with Stampin' Up! Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.